I'm your host, Confronting, joining me for BloodBound 3, Chapter 11, The Mentor. After a restless day's sleep, you come back to Kano's room the next night, ready for your first psychic lesson. Hello, Amy. I hope there are no hard feelings after the tests I put you through. It's fine, though I would love it if I could never see a Minotaur ever again. I think that can be arranged. He gestures to the man beside him, who bows politely. I don't think I ever properly introduced. This is Daishi, my servant. Oh, nice to meet you, Daishi. It's my honor. You're thinking that it's strange for me to have a servant. What? No, Okay, yeah. Guess I can't lie to a psychic. I have been in service to Master Kano for close to 30 years now. Indeed, Daishi is quite loyal, so you have no need to fear him. And in fact, he will even take part in today's lesson. Kano walks to the center of the white room and gestures for you to stand before him. Now then, you pass my tests confronting your demons and challenge your fears, but tell me, at this point in time, what is it you desire most? I desire to beat Rhea. That's what we came here to do. To find a way to defeat Rhea, to save New York and return home. We only just recovered from Gaius' attack on New York, and now this. I just want to be safe. To keep others safe. Kano nods. Understandable. A fleeting desire, but sensible perhaps. Is that good? It's neither good nor bad. It simply is. He leans back, hands folded thoughtfully. You wait a few minutes for him to say something, but he doesn't. Finally, clear your throat. Kano, I'm not trying to be ungrateful here, but we're on a ticking clock right here. Every day we spend here, Rhea gets more powerful, and I need to learn how to defeat her, and I need to learn now. Kano shrugs. The skills you want to learn are not taught in a straight line. They are discovered within. Kano gestures at Daishi, who steps forward. We'll practice together using Daishi's mind. What? That's a thing we can do? Of course, he's used to it. Are you okay with that, Daishi? When Kano first dove into my mind, I was a bit surprised, but I've grown to appreciate it, almost like a therapy session. Kano raises an eyebrow at him and Daishi claps him fondly on the shoulder. You can tell they're quite close. Alright, Amy. Take my hand and one of Daishi's. You do so, feeling both of their energies magnify once your little circle is complete. Kano closes his eyes and you do the same. Follow my instructions. Listen to my voice. Give yourself over. You take a deep breath and let yourself submerge within your own subconsciousness, the room around you fading away. You find yourself and Kano in a void filled with memories. Is this Daishi's mind palace thing? Yes, just follow my lead. He begins to walk and you follow him. You pass by portals into memories, some looking very, very old. Images flash in your mind of a tall, dark-haired woman, a business suit, and a small house in the countryside. These are Daishi's memories? Don't concern yourself with these. Today, we're covering something else. He turns to face you, his expression solemn. There are his powers and memories, yes, but also power and fear. I used your test to show you visions of what was, what could be, and what might have been. Like the vision of my interview with Adrian. Correct. Manipulating memories is a good way to get into your opponent's head, to incapacitate them, placate them. That seems invasive. Is it really okay for us to be doing this? Yes, Daishi offered just this morning to help train you. Oh, okay. But in terms of others who aren't aware you're doing it, yes, of course it's invasive. That's the whole point. Kano turns to the center of the void, a swirling darkness, whispering fleeting images. Here is where a person's consciousness resides, where you will be shaping visions, reading thoughts, understanding what they fear and desire. So go ahead, figure out what Daishi desires. Wait, seriously? Just like that? Kano merely stares at you, waiting for you to follow his orders. Swallowing, you turn into the center of the void. You close your eyes and listen, trying to latch on to Daishi's thoughts before they fly out of your grasp. Come on, give me something to work with. Kano senses your frustration and speaks beside you. Remember that the mine is not a vault to be plundered. It is a forest for you to explore. Lock onto the idea, trying to force the metaphor. A forest. You open your eyes and find yourself in a glowing spectral forest. Okay, that's progress. Now, where can I find the answers? As you explore, Daishi's thoughts become clear to you. Rin. Cup. Follow the sound of the voice deeper into the forest. You walk through hazy images as if they're spider webs. You see a scarred table, and you can smell something herbal and fresh. What is it you're trying to say? What do you want, Daishi? Kano's voice reaches you once more. As a psychic, you not only seek secrets, but also to understand a person's truth. The most powerful thing you can do is reflect it back at them. But how do I do that? How do I find it? You begin walking faster, dodging branches and roots. You feel a heat in your throat. What do you want, Daishi? You eventually come to a crossroads, each path leading to a different image. A dark-haired woman, a crisp suit, and a quaint country home. I'm gonna go to the house. You begin to walk toward the house. The image is serene, delicate, giving off a feeling of peace. And then it dissolves, and you hear Kano sigh. Oh no, not nearly specific enough. By the way, it didn't matter which choice you made. The forest abruptly fades away until you're back in the white room. You stagger back, disoriented. Wait, what happened? You didn't find a specific desire Daishi has, only the vague outline. Daishi, tell her what she couldn't find. My wife used to make the most wonderful cup of tea. I miss it terribly every day. Remember the smell of something herbal? And Daishi's thinking of a cup. Shoot, that was close. And also, I'm sorry about your wife, Daishi. Thank you, miss. Kano crosses his arms and looks up at you with pursed lips. I'm sorry, I guess I just need more practice. That's apparent. He gestures at Daishi, who bows and retrieves a bowl. With unflinching precision, he cuts his arm with a razor and bleeds into a bowl, filling it up. Oh. He swirls red, rich, alluring, looking finer than any wine you've ever had. The smell floods your nose and your mouth waters. Kano pricks his finger on his fang and applies the blood to Daichi's wound, healing. And he takes the bowl and raises it to his lips, drinking deeply. Your stomach lurches and you can feel your heart start to race. It's been too long since you fed. Kano lowers the bowl, licking the blood from his upper lip. Using our abilities drains our strength more than usual. We need to feed often to replenish. Kano hands you the bowl. You take the bowl from Kano and tip it back, letting Daishi's blood fill your mouth and slide down your throat. It's still warm, and as you swallow, you begin to feel like how you did in this mind palace surrounded by flashes of images. Oh, that's new. Yes, as our abilities grow, you'll be able to access humans' minds in all kinds of ways, including through their blood. Cool. Weird, but cool. Kano sets the bowl down. This is a suspicious first session. You show great promise for a beginner. With another 5 years of practice, you'll truly begin to come into your own. 5 years? No, Kano, I need to learn how to fight her now. You aren't ready. These things take time. We don't have time. As we speak, she's out there killing people, gathering power. Liv's face flashes in your mind, and Kano seems to see her too. How many more innocent people have to die? Kano sighs deeply. Alright, we cannot accelerate your journeys within, but I may be able to teach you something adjacent. Your powers can be used in the real world as well as the psychic realm. Shows of force, manifestations of will. Remember the blast that erupted from you, the one that hurled Rhea back. You mean telekinesis, some Stranger Things type stuff? Yes, precisely, like 11. Did not expect you to get that reference. So, what do you say? This is a chance to learn powerful psychic attack, one that will definitely be useful in the battles to come. Kano, I need you to teach me how to Dougie, teach me how to Dougie, teach me how to Dougie. Learn psychic combat, hell yes. Blast out a ray with my mind? Yes, please. In that case, Let's not waste time. The two of you move to the center of the room again, while Daishi patiently waits on the sidelines. This isn't the kind of combat you're used to. It's not about punching or kicking. It's rooted in your mind, in tactics. But they will have physical consequences. He turns, suddenly flinging a hand out towards you. You're blasted back by a force of unseen energy. You land and roll, skidding back up to your feet. You scowl at Kano, who smirks. What the hell was that? A psychic blast. I take it you've never done one before. Well, once, when Rhea tried to possess everyone. But I didn't know what I was doing, it just came out. Of course, they seem easy, but take immense concentration or incredible passion. You need to focus all your energy to a point, usually your fingertips or palm, and then force it all out at once, like chakra. He points to the wall. Go ahead, try to crack it. Okay. Find no fighting stance and take a deep breath, staring at the wall. Focus. Focus. You feel the energy start at the base of your skull, an acute awareness of yourself and your surroundings. It travels down through your body, warm, prickling, until it pools in the palms of your hand. Now to release it. I'll aim at the wall, aim at Kano. You shove your hand out in front of you, and the wave of energy propels out of you and smashes into the wall. Whoa. Your feet are pushed back from the blast, and when you recover, you see that there's a dent in the wall. That'll need to be fixed. But Kano gives you a smile. Well done. Now that you've got the basics of the psychic blast, we'll turn to something slightly more challenging. My apologies, Daichi. The servant looks mildly confused before he begins to levitate off the ground. You gasp. But apparently this has happened before, because Daichi doesn't seem terribly concerned. Well done, Mr. Kano, as always. Wait, you're doing this? Of course, one of our abilities is to be able to manipulate psychic matter with our energy. Oh my god, I can actually make people go all floaty? Oh, floaty, yes. He gently sets Daichi back on the ground and turns to you. It works similarly to the psychic blast in that you have to concentrate your energy, your power. But instead of isolating it into your hand, you need to extend it towards the object you want to move. Instead of letting it out, you want to control it, restrain it. Is it limited to a certain distance? It depends on how strong the vampire is, and how far you can see. Though for your first time, I'd recommend you not use Daichi. You look around and see the bowl that Kano just drank out of. You brace yourself and extend a hand. Okay. Focus my energy outward. Okay, focus my energy outward. You feel it start again at the back of your skull, traveling down your arm and out through your hand. You strain to push it forward, toward the bowl. You're breathing hard and sweating by the time it connects. Use restraint. Feeling your muscles scream at the strain, you slowly, carefully get a grasp on the bowl and begin to lift it into the air. Oh my god, I'm doing it. The bowl wobbles as your concentration wavers, but you manage to still it again, hovering a few inches off the ground. Not bad for your first try. Not bad at all. Now, make sure to set it down carefully. We don't want Daishi to clean up a broken bowl. Sweat trickles down your neck as you gently set the bowl back down on the ground. You release with your energy with a tired gasp. That was cool. And thank you so much for teaching me all this. I definitely feel better. If you want to stand any chance of going head-to-head with Rhea, you'll need to practice. You hold great potential, but ability-wise, you're still a child. I know. I will practice. Good. That should be enough for today, I think. Get some rest. You learn psychic combat from Kano. I will. You say goodbye to Kano and Daishi and make your way back to Taishi's place. As you get back to his penthouse, you can sense that the atmosphere is tense. Taishi is very obviously in a bad mood, drinking a beer by the TV. Jack sharpens a sword in the opposite corner, glowering. Lily plays on her phone. Hey, everyone. Hey, how did the training go? I made some progress, but I have a lot of practice ahead of me. I did learn this, though. You focus hard, and Lily's phone flutters up out of her hand, hovering in the air in front of her. OMG, straight up Jean Grey style. Jax nods proudly, but Takeshi lets out a little snort. Do you have a problem? Oh, it's a neat party trick, but I don't see how a floating phone is going to stop a goddess of blood. You got a better idea? As a matter of fact, I do. Pull up here, where it's safe. Make Rhea come to us. Fight us on our turf. And just let everyone in New York die. All of our friends, my clan. Kishi shrugs, taking a deep swig. Everyone dies sooner or later. Lily pulls up a blanket over her face, vanishing under it as the conflict continues. God, how did I ever respect you? How did I ever see you as a mentor? For all your ambition, all the plans we made, you were just a coward who ran at the first sign of trouble. You're a coward! Takeshi crumples the beer in one hand, nostrils flaring. You watch your tongue, boy. You don't know what you're saying. Oh, really? You didn't abandon me? You didn't run away when I needed you? Everything I did to keep you safe, to keep you alive. Guys, please. I should appeal to Jax, appeal to Takeshi, appeal to Jax. Jax, I know you're upset. You have every right to be upset, but think about it for a second. Takeshi just wanted to keep you safe, right? He's just angry, he's scared for you. Can't you see that? At least someone here sees reason. Don't you start to. Amy, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but it won't change how I feel. But Jax angrily sheaths a sword and storms out. Takeshi grumbles and stalks into the kitchen for another beer. Well, this sure is fun. It's so frustrating. They obviously love each other, but they just can't get over the past. You sigh, your body totally exhausted but your mind completely wired. Camille emerges from her room. Is the domestic drama over? For the moment. Good. I'm going out before it can start back up. Where are you headed? There's a garden nearby that I want to check out. It is a shrine over its elegance for the tender moments it inspires. That sounds peaceful. Camilla shoots you the softest of smiles. You're more than welcome to come along. Yeah, well, shrines and gardens sound great for Grandma Crowd, but I'm going somewhere a lot more fun. The Robot Restaurant. You made that up, didn't you? No, in Japan they haven't. No way. It's as real as you and me, says the vampire to the other vampire. It's a restaurant with robots. Oh, cool. So exactly what it sounds like. You're invited, of course. Spoiler alert. I guarantee the best night of your life. Both those sound great. This is your chance to explore the city with Camila or Lily. Tell them those 3 special words. What? Didn't I tell Adrian those already? Like, seriously, I believe I told Adrian those. But anyway. Camila, as much as I want to see Robot Restaurant, I appreciate the company. Let's get going. The two of you take the streets of Tokyo, staring in awe of your surroundings. It's wonderful, isn't it? It reminds me of New York, but at the same time, it's so different. It's funny. I watched New York grow up around me, like saplings sprouting into great redwoods. It was always familiar. But here, I haven't been to Japan in almost 700 years. It's changed so much. It's unrecognizable. And yet it still feels like a place I once called home. It sounds like this place meant a lot to you. It did, once. As did so many things. He breathes deeply, then points ahead. Here's the garden. Let's head inside. Smiles as you step foot in the gardens, taking in the verdant plants and the lit-up trees. Wow, this is gorgeous. Kind of like Central Park, nestled away in the city. This is the second time you've brought up New York. Feeling homesick. Well, not when I'm with you. I may miss New York, but I've never felt really homesick so long as you're around. Really? Home isn't a place, it's people. And I'm still with people I care most about. You turn to her and reach out, gently taking her hand. With you. She squeezes your hand and smiles, clearly touched. It's a very sweet way to look at it. Do you agree? I think I've learned to. The two of you follow the walkway through the gardens, admiring the view of the pond and the fireflies hovering above the bushes. I was right. This really is peaceful. I can see why you wanted to come here. I wish it was springtime so we could see the cherry blossoms, or even the azalea flowers. But the camphora trees are nice. Blink at her surprised and then laugh. Mila, are you secretly a gardener? Is that so strange? No, I guess I just didn't expect it. Camilla runs her fingertips over the nearest plant, which makes a pleasant rustling noise. I've always been fond of the gardens, how they're arranged, what plants are used. But essentially, because they're tranquil, constantly moving, growing, and still at the same time, it lets you catch your breath. There's something about holding soil in your hands, about planting life, creating it, seeing it grow. It might sound silly, but it's always been my greatest wish, to maintain a garden, nothing else, no war, no bloodshed, just peace. Mila, that doesn't sound silly at all. It sounds wonderful. Gently squeeze her hands. You can still have that, you know. Your perfect little garden, you can make your dream a reality someday. At this point, it's hard to believe that. But I really hope so. The two of you end up at the Statue of Heart, lit up against the night. You watch a couple of taking picture in front of it. Mila, let's take a picture. Really? Pull Camila towards the lit up heart and take out your phone. Why not? She shakes her head with a small smile as you position the camera just so, with you and Camila within the heart, you feel her arm around your waist as you smile and hit the button. Viola, a new memory. And my new home screen. Really? That's what you want? To see my face every time you open your phone? You say that like it's not true, but it's actually extremely true. After a long moment, you get up and walk together, pacing towards a shrine at the garden's end. Well, that's pretty. The shrine is said to bring good luck and romance to those who visit. And which are you looking for? Why not both? You look away from the purple banners to watch her face as she studies the shrine, your heart beating a little harder. Camilla, I know this goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm really glad you're here. With us. And with me. Camilla looks at you, her dark eyes glowing warmly in the shrine's lights. She looks down as if momentarily overcome. I'm glad you're here too, and that you're here with me. Camila. Stare at one another, your bodies drawing closer. You guys know my mentality on this, right? I have already loved, right? Should I not love for the rest of my life? So, the heart is big enough, and we have not really committed to anyone in particular besides Adrian. I mean, Adrian's kind of like our main love interest, but Camila is the secondary, in my opinion. She's a good secondary. The heart has more than enough room for more than one love. Your hands drift to Camila's shoulders as she gently takes your waist, bringing you even closer as your lips touch. The warmth of her kiss shoots through you, making your toes curl as you press up against her. Bathed in the light of the shrine, you kiss her hungrily, letting her skim her lips down your neck. Amy. Her hands cup the back of your head, slide down your back as she yearns to touch every inch of you. You happily are drawn in her kisses until you pull away for air, your cheek pressed against hers. You linger there, foreheads closer, lost in her eyes, in each touch. She steals for a second, and then her body softens against yours. Amy, Her voice catches, she holds you tighter, and you return the pressure, your heart racing. Camilla? When she speaks again, her voice is slow, quiet, and somehow both fragile and unsure. When I met you, I was hardened, cold. I'd entombed myself so deep I'd forgotten what it was to feel. I believed that I would never love again, that I was incapable of love. The 2 millennia of pain and blood and loss had transformed me into something completely detached from my humanity. But I had become someone who could never say those words again. Mila, if you don't want to say it, you don't have... I love you, Amy. I love you so much. Tears of joy blind your eyes. Smiling with joy, the two of you share a long, tender kiss, completely oblivious to your surroundings. Thank you for taking me out tonight. I'm glad we got to share this. Me too. Hand in hand, the two of you turn to head back to the penthouse. As you're leaving the park, Camilla's phone buzzes. She glances at it with a look of consternation. Something wrong? We've just been summoned. By the 5. You and your friends follow directions that were sent to you, which you take to a glitzy upscale club. Whoa! What the hell is this place? Perhaps this is where the 5 relax? If they're even capable of it. You look around in awe. The club is futuristic, strange, from its decor to its music. It's like cyberpunk meets goth, but which I'm just now decided is my favorite aesthetic. There are dancers in scandalous outfits dancing on the top of the bar, on poles, as well as the bartender who's chiseled and scarred. As you watch, the bartender pulls on a tap. Instead of beer, blood pours into the glasses he holds under it. Synthetic blood on tap. Not a bad idea. Takeshi leads you towards the other members of the 5, who are still sitting on a curved couch in front of a writhing dancer. Ah, you're here. Good. Have a seat. Have a drink. No need to tell me twice. Have you forgotten? They're not our guests. You are the only one who hates us. Are you saying we're prisoners, then? Henry shoots a kill, annoyed look. Of course not. We only want to be careful, considering the delicate state of things. So, tell us what happened with Keno. He tested me, I passed. We've already started my training. This causes some murmuring among the 5. Takeshi, who already knows, picks at his fangs with a fingernail, bored. He agreed so easily. I wouldn't say it was easy. Like I said, he had to test me first. Test you? How so? Oh, I don't know, like mind stuff? Elaborate. Reluctantly, you describe the void Kana sent you through, as well as how he tested you with guys. The others look surprised. He seriously pulled that on you? Seriously? That's not right. Well, it worked, didn't it? I must say, I'm both surprised and impressed. Ekio eyes you curiously. A demonstration, perhaps, if you feel comfortable? Yeah, I can do that. You draw yourself up straight, turn to the 5, wondering how you can prove your powers, and then slowly as you start to feel your energies, you close your eyes. I'm more interested in her. Stare into the ball's dispassionate eyes and find yourself journeying back, far back, to the alchemist lab in the 1500s Europe. A young woman stands behind a desk with a wild look in her eyes as an older man talks to her. Artemisia, it stirs you at this unholy hour. Oh, Father, the great work has at last begun. Great work? What is this madness? That's stranger Gaius offered me a great gift, the power to transcend death and decay, the rot and the withering. And yet I remain a prisoner in this body, all the same, trapped by this flesh. She gestures at her body with disgust. It falls on me to take action. It falls on me to become divine. This is blasphemy. This is... His voice falters as he sees the blood all over her table, and the 4 severed fingers lying on it. What have you done? Hermes raises her arm and shows her hand, where 4 fingers have been replaced with polished metal ones. They waggle with the slightest creak of clockwork gears. Soon I shall be free of this flesh. Soon I shall be evolved. I guess that makes sense. You blink and shake your head, regrouping yourself. Can we go with the other person now? The evolved, I saw you a long time ago, when you'd only replaced your fingers, when you started your great work. I saw your father. You inhale sharply, and for a flicker of a moment, you can see actual emotion in her expression. I have not thought of him, not in a very long time. Remarkable, your powers truly demand admiration. Yes, I'd say this girl is the real deal, Akio. Indeed. That was more than enough to prove that Kano is the right teacher for you. Very well. So long as you follow our rules, you can continue to stay here until Kano is done with you. Thank you. We appreciate it. Great. I need a drink. Axe presses his lips together in annoyance, but says nothing in response to that. So back to the apartment. You're free to enjoy our club for the night if you wish. Are they? Oh my god, this woman. Yes, I would like to analyze the Bloodkeeper. Yes, awesome. CyberGoth Club, here we go. Now wait just a minute. Nope, too late. This is my home now. I'm staying. As am I. Adrian glances over Jax, who stands silently, arms folded, and glares at Takeshi's back. I think we all should. It would give us a nice reprieve. Will you join us, Amy? This is a chance to hang out with your friends at the Fives Clubs and learn more about these mysterious vampires. Listen, we're already wearing a cyberpunk outfit. Stay at the club, why not? You know? Why don't we just stay in Japan? Screw you in New York, that's how I feel. Yeah, why not? Akio grumbles and slinks away to get another drink. Don't mind her. She'll come around eventually, maybe in a century or so. You must understand, it's not as if we hate the vampires. We're just very protective of what we have here in Japan. We understand. We're rather protective of New York as well. Given the state of it, not protective enough. You know what? I guarantee if the keeper of all vampires and the origin of all vampires came to you, I guarantee you schmucks would have been controlled and easily overridden. Camila shoots her glare, but Henry just laughs. Well, that's enough for tonight. Let's drink and relax, shall we? You're handed a glass full of blood as the bartender makes the rounds. You give it a tentative sip. Oh, that's not bad. It's like a really good veggie burger. Not quite the same, but still satisfying. You sip on your drink and look around at the 5, mingling with your friends, wondering who to talk to first. No, we're not talking to the grumpy one. I'll go with the Evolved and Lily. You meander over to where Lily is excitedly walking around the Evolved, her eyes wide and shining. What does this do? An internal thermal cooling system augmented the blood in my veins. It ensures a stable body temperature regardless of the outside environment. So cool. You're like a walking gaming PC. I am neutral on that compliment. Man, it kind of makes me consider getting some cyber implants of my own. If you would like your own, I can suggest which would be most support to your current physical state. No way, really? Yes, it would require multiple days of surgical dissection and insertion. The pain is immense. Oh, you know what? I have an appointment that day. Also, all other days. So, you want to analyze me? Yes, you are the Bloodkeeper, a creature unlike any others. I would like to know what makes you unique. Well, can you do that without, cutting me open? Fine, if you insist. The Evolved steps back, her eyes flicker, a tingle of heat passes through you as a fine glow bathes you, her body in light. Whoa. She steps back, head cocked to the side. Remarkable. What is? That you aren't remarkable at all. Well, thank you? There is nothing in your biology that sets you apart from any other vampire. Nothing in your blood, nothing in your neural activity. You are, seemingly, a simple vampire. This vexes me. It vexes me deeply. Lily throws an arm around you. It's okay, Amy. I think you're extraordinary. If you'll excuse me, I need to replenish my blood supply. Wait, before you go, one last question. Can you shoot lasers out of your eyes? Evolve stares at her before sighing the slightest of sighs. No, I cannot shoot lasers out of my eyes. Aww. Evolve turned to leave, then spins around back at her. Her right hand is bent down at a 90-degree angle at the wrist, exposing a metal barrel. A metal barrel that shoots a laser beam across the room. It burns into the far wall, leaving a sizzling streak. Holy mother, what? The tiniest hint of a smile, the Evolve turns to leave. She's hot, right? We can agree on that, she's hot? She's something. God, we have to deal with her. Okay. Curious, you slink over to where Akio and Camille are talking by the bar. Really? Think it was okay to barge in like that? You never change. You're one to talk. I see your personality is just as wonderful as ever. Akio rolls her eyes and does a shot of something that definitely is not blood. I will begrudgingly admit it's good to see you alive. We've lost too many. I'll drink to that. The two toast and then do their respective shots. Have you been doing well? Given everything I've been through? Yes, I suppose. Mila spots you and gestures you closer. You stiffly come to stand beside her. Amy is a big help, of course. Of course. You and Akio glare at one another for a tense moment, Camilla looking between you with a faint air of amusement. Something you want to say? Yeah. You need to lay off me. You set your glass down in the bar and cross your arms. I don't appreciate how you're treating me. I'm a vampire, same as you. You're a child. Compared to you, maybe, but you can't deny that I'm the Bloodkeeper, and that I'm the best chance we have at stopping Rhea. So stop treating me like I'm garbage. Show me some damn respect. Akio seems stricken, momentarily speechless, while Camilla bites her lower lip, trying not to laugh. Fine. Just stay out of my way. We're not even in the same lane. You're in the kiddie lane. Sit down. He turns and walks away, nose in the air. Camilla takes her hand and pats it. Well done. So, what's with you two? There's enough bad blood to fill a swimming pool. Camilla pauses, choosing her words carefully and considering the memory. I spent a century here in Japan. It was a time adventure, passion. My relationship with Akio was a highlight. We were close, very close. I do believe she loved me. When the time came for me and Gaius to return to Europe, to our loved ones, to the community we built, Akio didn't take it well. Did she send you a million sappy love letters? No, she sent an army of 1,000 men to imprison me in her dungeon. Oh. I had to slaughter half her clan just to escape. That only made things worse. Well, vampire breakups, don't mess around, do they? No, they very much do not. He looks across the room at Akio thoughtfully. It's funny, I hadn't realized until now. But I think Akio is the one who taught me how powerful being cold can be. Letting her linger on that, you turn back to the room. Go hang out with Akio and Jax. You spot Akio and Jax at the bar chatting. Jax practically bounces with excitement. Akeo Kwangi, Akeo Kwangi. Man, I can't tell you how honored I am to meet you. It appears my reputation precedes me. Takeshi talked about you all the time. The greatest warrior who ever lived, he said. A lot of his fighting style, my fighting style, comes from you. Akio smiles, but a hint of sadness flickers behind him. It's true. Takeshi and I fought together on many battlefields, but that was long ago. I have sworn off all violence now. I am no longer that man. A pacifist vampire? That's unusual. No stranger than a pacifist human. That's true. I'm guessing that means you won't spar with me? Well, there's a difference between sparring and killing. Afraid not. But I will challenge you to a contest of a different sort. He waves a hand and the bartender walks over, laying down a line of shot glasses, each filled with a pinkish liquid on the bar. A drinking contest? A concoction of my own invention. Blood and rum and a dash of heat. First to down 3 shots wins. Jack sees you nearby and grins. Amy, you sure you don't want to take him on? What, me? Yes, I would love to go up against the Blood Keeper. Oh, you're on. Show me what you got. Jax laughs and claps you on the back. To warn you, I have drunk men thrice my size under the table. That's nice, but I'm not a man. Ooh. Jax counts down, and you and Akeo begin to down the line, knocking back shots as fast as you can go. Phew. You feel the alcohol and blood burn on the way down, making you feel hazy and happy. When you slam down the last shot, Akeo is still on his last. Ha! I won. Hell yeah. You and Jax high-five while he laughs. Truly, your powers know no limit. Henry and Adrian walk towards where Adrian and Henry Zhang are talking on the couch. They both seem to be completely ignoring the dancer swinging around the pole above them. So basically they're like me. Some of us are more intellectually inclined. I was wondering what had happened to Mordecai. It's a shame the Order got him. It was quite unfortunate. At least he took out several soldiers with him. Henry notices you and gestures for you to join them. Amy, we were just discussing some mutual friends of ours. Although Henry and I have never met before, we seem to have quite a few things in common. Oh, did you travel a lot, Henry? Yes, back in my earlier days. Not so much now, when there were pressing matters to attend to here. Oh, Henry. What's up with this club? How did it come to be, and where did they come from? Point up at the dancer spinning on the pole, and the dancer swings her hips and winks at you. Oh, that. Call it a concentrated effort on our part. Everyone wanted something different. Eventually it all coalesced into this. The blood on tap was my idea. And the dancers? That was Akio. They're human, so they double as a way for us to feed. We need something stronger than synthetic blood. And some of the others find more pleasure in it. But not you. Only on occasion. Henry Zhang rises to his feet, clinking a little spoon against his wine glass. Attention, please. I'd like to raise a toast. Our rules keep us safe. They have always kept us isolated, so rarely do we make new friends. To the rarest of pleasure, and to our guests. The others raise their glasses, even Akio. The world's ending soon, why not break the rules? What do you mean? A bit of an inside joke. Kano made some rather cryptic statements at our last solstice. The boy carries the gift of prophecy. That, or getting lucky. What prophecy did he make? Soon, everything will change. That this would be the last of our world. Guys, we shouldn't scare them. Ray has returned. He must have meant that, right? He said something else as well. He said that the world we know up when the sap of the tree rested in the blessed chalice. When the lines of the tree of eternal life and tree of death would meet at last, and all would be swept away. Uneasy tension hangs over the room when Henry breaks at last. Two friends, new and old. You all toast and drink, but the words of prophecy linger in your ears, like a nightmare you can't quite recall. The next night, you wake early, hungry, back in Takeshi's apartment. You wander towards the kitchen, and when you notice that the light's still on near the kitchen. Walking closer, you realize that Takeshi is sitting on one of the bar stools, still drinking. His eyes are red, and he looks haggard. I bet he's still upset over Jax, or how things are with Jax. You hesitate, glancing between Takeshi and your bedroom. This is my chance to talk to him, to try and fix things. Screwing up your courage. Screwing up your courage? I don't know how that works, but okay. You approach Takeshi and slip onto the stool beside him. What do you want? For you to apologize to Jax. Takeshi frowns and makes to leave, but you put a stern hand on his arm. I'm not done. You know that Jax loves you, right? That all this fighting is just making the wound that much more painful? She flinches and looks away. I've seen Jax lose so much, he thought he lost you. I told him why I had to do it. I know, and I get it, but you still haven't apologized for the hurt you gave him. Sighing, he scrubs a hand over his weary face. He's still a child. He wasn't ready. I was protecting him. What you did was necessary. You knew the five were going to find Jax and hurt him, maybe even kill him. You did what was right in the moment, but we're far past that now. Jax is still hurting. All he wants is to forgive you, but he's, well, stubborn to a fault. Yeah, takes after you. Exactly. Takeshi, what really happened? Takeshi sighs and takes a long pull of his drink. My backbone is stained with blood. I was Ekyo's soldier. I killed many men under her orders. More than that, I wanted to fight. It was exhilarating. Made me feel alive. When Camila and Gaius came to us, Gaius fought alongside me. We were like brothers. He shakes his hand, looking exhausted. With time, over centuries, that bloodlust wasn't the same. Killing didn't satisfy me anymore, neither did feeding or screwing. And the voices in my head, all those people I killed, they were just louder and getting louder. Only one way to shut them up. He jerks his head to the bottle. So yes, I fled. I came to America, a place I was sure they'd never look. And I sank as low as I could, because I just didn't care anymore. Then I met Jax. I didn't expect to turn Jax, but he was dying right in front of me. And I don't know, the moment of weakness. Then I had a responsibility to teach him, you know? And in doing that, I realized he was just like me. He loved the fight, he was stubborn. It was so damn hard to leave. I signed on to this full plan. I started to feel again, feel the itch for justice, for the fight. Feel myself start to live. And that's when the rest of the five found me. His hand begins to shake around his drink. Comforting. You hesitate before putting a hand on his back. Takeshi flinches slightly, but doesn't pull away. I've seen a lot of bad things happen to our kind. I've done a lot of bad things. I was desperate. I couldn't let the five get to him. Just couldn't. I knew what they would do. You rub his back with sympathy. I know. You take a deep breath, thinking back on your time with Jax. He's stronger than you give him credit for, you know. I've seen him fight. Yes, I've also seen him be a leader, make tough decisions, sacrifice his own happiness for the sake of others. I feel like he'd probably learn some of that from you, but there's also just who Jax is. He doesn't give up and he doesn't back down, and he deserves a lot more than this. Kishi's eyes water. He quickly wipes a sleeve across them. Yes, I know. He takes a deep breath and shoves his drink down. You're right, he deserves better than this. I'm going to talk to him. I'll apologize. Promise? Yes, I promise. Good. Thank you. I just want what's best for Jax, and I know you do as well. You leave Takeshi to sit and think alone, heading for your bedroom when a sudden chill runs through you. Did someone turn the heat off? You pass a window and see a shape in the street below out of the corner of your eye. Huh? Glance outside and see a man in the street grinning up at you. It's Guys. God damn it, I found it. I was right. I found you. Is this where you burst out of the window, and you scream as you do so, Takeshi will notice, and you jump on Gaius and begin the fight? You and him going one-on-one. You have psychic powers and the ability to kick his lily-white ass. Anyway, without further ado, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It's very much appreciated. I love you all. Hope you want to come by my Twitch channel this evening. I'll be streaming. Good chat, have some laughs. Have some, you can ask me questions, get to know me, vice versa. Oh, it's a very cold day. I need to warm up, and I'm already wearing 2 shirts. One's a fleece thingy. But for whatever reason, I'm cold. Like, Death is here! Hello, Death, how are you? Okay, I'm coming with you. Have a good one, peace.